What's poppin', y'all? You know how they say turn your lemons to lemonade, or when life gives you lemons, make lemonade? I decided to fudge it for the first couple of seconds. I sent out a tweet just yesterday where I said, the performance or lack thereof of Family Matters by Drake is the perfect demonstration of the proportion good music plays in the success of a song. Some people were probably confused by what I said. A couple of people, I think they knew exactly what I meant, but I like to send out these type of tweets whenever I've got an idea for a video and then give some more explanation and context. I'm sure we can all agree Family Matters was a great song. One of the best songs just off music in the beef. We can also agree that Drake is arguably the biggest rapper in the game. I don't think there's arguing that. One of the biggest artists in the world. We would say top 15, maybe even top 10, top 5. No, in terms of just straight popularity. Artists overall. So this guy's really big, and he drops a really good song. Usually the argument that a lot of people make is, hey man, good songs will take off. Good songs will eventually blow up. There's a component to that. However, when you have a good song, great song, a lot of eyes on the song, and you have the biggest artist or biggest rapper, then the song should carry, right? Yet, that's not what happened in this case. So if we take a look just at the Hot 100, right? Family Matters, as I'm looking at this, the chart that I'm looking at right now, it's on a Monday. The full chart will update tomorrow, which is Tuesday, but I'm recording this ahead of time. So you're going to have to deal with it. It still explains my point perfectly, though. Family Matters is still on the Hot 100. However, it may or may not be after tomorrow, which is why I probably should have just waited until tomorrow to make this video, but it's just such a pressing matter that I wanted to talk about it. So if you check out the last week's position, it was at 69 on the charts. And then last week, in terms of the chart we're looking at is last week. So it would be 2 weeks ago. So the week after 2 weeks ago, so a week ago, it dropped from position 69 to 98. So it dropped nearly 30 spots. Now, some people could make the argument, well, no, actually, they can't make the argument here. The argument is usually, hey, if somebody huge drops an album, it causes a lot of people's chart positions to drop. So a Taylor Swift, she's going to occupy a lot of the top 40, and she might drop a 24-track album. Or Drake might drop an album, for instance, and it might be 20-something tracks. Nearly all of those songs are going to chart on the Hot 100 for the first week, so it's going to push everything down a lot, like 20-plus positions, if they're not already smash hits. And then they might get pushed down a little bit, or they may hold their position. But nobody dropped an album that week that it dropped 30-something points or positions, which is interesting. It's been on the charts for 6 weeks. Its entry position as well as the peak position was number 7. When we take a look at Kendrick, though, conversely, not like us, of course, smash hit of this beef, it makes sense why it's still in the top 10. It's at number 6. Peak position was number 1. It's been 6 weeks on the charts. Came out same day. Hell, same hour as Family Matters. What's interesting, though, not only is Like That's also still in the top 15, or it's at 15 as I'm looking at this, but Euphoria, which is a slow starting song. When we talk about formulaic Hot 100 top 40 hits, Euphoria does not fit the bill. It takes a really long time to get into. It's straight up diss record coming at Drake. Great song overall. I think it grew on a lot of people. Yet, this song is charting way higher than Family Matters. And I think a lot of Drake fans, or people that are somewhat objective, their belief would be that Family Matters is better than Euphoria, especially for a hit song. I don't know if I'm willing to agree with that. I will say this, I play Family Matters back a lot more than I play Euphoria back. So I play, in this order, I listen to the most, I would say Not Like Us, Family Matters, Euphoria. That doesn't mean I may think one is better or not, but we have to be honest here. So I listen to Family Matters a lot more. And it's more, I wouldn't say formulaic, but it gets to the point really quickly, which is usually a formula that follows on the Hot 100. So Euphoria is holding a strong chart position. It was at 33, so it's falling slower than Drake. Keep in mind, though, it may jump up points this week. And I think this is a good time that we looked at this chart because a lot of streams will go up for Euphoria, 616 in LA, and what's the other song? Oh, Not Like Us, because of the pop out. So the pop out's going to breathe new life into all of these songs. So we may even see 616 hit back in the Hot 100 for a week or two. We don't know. So it's actually a good thing that I looked at this chart right now. And this is the beauty, because we got to see a genuine experiment where all these Drake fans are talking about. I think I saw a tweet the other day, yo, it's going to be crazy the first time Drake performs Family Matters in real life, which I don't know if he will do. But it got me thinking, yo, if Drake fans are so obsessed with this song, think it's such a great song, why is it not performing well? It doesn't add up. And this is why we got to give even more credit to Kendrick Lamar, because if there was a flame, he just took out all of the oxygen to the flame of Family Matters. So Family Matters was supposed to be this forest fire. It was kindling. Honestly, it was like campfire. It was a campfire at that point. It wasn't even kindling. Like, people were like, yo, this song is crazy. He's got the music video for it. He drops Not Like Us. And it's like you just took a huge, gigantic blanket, took out all the oxygen, threw it on top, and what was supposed to become an accidental or an intentional forest fire in this case just ceased to exist. And then it was only the people that were surrounded around that little campfire that are telling everybody in all the campgrounds, like, yo, the fire's going to hit you soon. And they're looking at it like, huh? We don't see anything like that. And this is an impressive move, but it just goes to show the value of attention. The reason why this confuses me, though, is Drake's fan base is so huge and so many people love Drake that they alone should be able to carry Family Ties to at least be performing better than Euphoria. So somebody's lying. Either Drake fans are not actually listening to this track as frequently as they should be, or as frequently as they're claiming, or Kendrick Lamar fans and everyone else are more committed to listening to Euphoria than Family Matters. Because I'm comparing Euphoria and Family Matters right now, because it shouldn't be a comparison. Like, Family Matters should be charting higher, but it's not. And Drake has more of the strength in numbers by fans, and we've seen other songs by artists that aren't even that big that stay on the charts. It could be right. Okay, let me knock something out that people will bring up, which is the whole bots thing. Number one, the guy that came out against Kendrick Lamar, he said they were botting for Not Like Us, which, let's say we believe it, right? Which, do I believe that guy was lying? No, I don't believe he was lying, but his business relationship no longer exists with them. And at this point, I don't think they're still botting. If anything, we have to look at it for everybody, because I know so much information about all these other people that bot. So are we really going to come out and say, oh, we're going to ding Kendrick Lamar for this? Regardless, we're ignoring Not Like Us, which is what the accusation that was made for the single was. We're looking at Euphoria. Nobody was talking about Euphoria being botted. If we pull up the streams for Family Matters, it's at about 79 million as I'm looking at this. We pull it up for Euphoria. Euphoria is at 185 million. So more than twice as many streams on Euphoria than Family Matters by Drake, which for some is the best song. And a lot of people say, oh, well, numbers don't equate to a song being good. Sure, it's one of the lamest arguments, because it's such a subjective argument, because some songs people think suck. But even if we were to accept that argument here, yeah, sure, that applies if an artist isn't the biggest rapper in the game. If the artist is the biggest rapper in the game and had all of the visibility on a song, if it's a great song, it should be performing better than Euphoria. Another case may be that a lot of these songs are carried by radio play. I don't think that's the case with Euphoria, though. So if Family Matters had radio play push, would it be staying on the charts for longer? Possibly. But when I look at the streaming numbers, if I am to assume that both of them didn't use bots or both of them did use bots, Euphoria is still outpacing Family Matters by such a gargantuan margin that I can't help but think that Drake fans themselves gave up on streaming the song. I think there are a very minute amount of Drake fans that are streaming this frequently, probably listening to it every day. But I think the majority, which are casual fans, I think they're listening to Not Like Us in Euphoria. Like, fans that don't really care or take a side. They're like, oh, wow, Kendrick really killed this one. I'm going to have this in my rotation more than Family Matters. Those are just the theories that I have floating around. Obviously, we can't really get concrete answers, but I want your guys' insight into this, because I don't think anyone else has really pulled up these numbers and assessed it like this. And this is coming from somebody that loves Family Matters as a song. I like Drake's music. I like Kendrick's music too. But I believe firmly that Family Matters should be performing more than Euphoria. Like, if Family Matters had 185 million and Euphoria had, I don't know, like 100 million, and Family Matters was at 47 on the charts and Euphoria was at 98, everything would make sense to me at that point. It would all add up. But the way everything is structured right now, it doesn't add up. So let me know what your guys' assessment of this situation is. Are Drake fans just not streaming it as much? He does have the advantage in terms of fan base size and numbers. Are Kendrick fans streaming more? Is Kendrick getting more casual fans that aren't necessarily rap fans at all? And they're all flocking to Euphoria and not like us? Because this beef was a huge thing in the mainstream as a whole, and it took up a lot of attention. So maybe that's another angle. I just want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.